there, Ospreys. Welcome to another campus update with Inside Swoop. I'm Ash Anders, here to bring you a special edition interview show. Our guest today is Hunter Engel from St. Johns County Marine Rescue. Welcome to the show. Our topic today is lifeguarding. So the first question is, how did you qualify to go to Australia?
So there was just like a little ad on the internet that our chief sent us, and it just said, like, do you want to go to Australia to lifeguard? And so I clicked on it, and there was a little survey, just like basic questionnaire, answered the questions, thought it was a long shot, and then next thing I know, a month goes by probably, and I got an email from the head supervisor over there, and it was saying, hey, there's a position for you here if you want it. And so that's kind of how it all started.
That's really cool. So the second question is, what was the biggest culture shock when you lived in Australia?
That's a good question. I think there definitely was some slang that kind of threw me off. And so getting used to some of that was kind of interesting. And, you know, it's an English-speaking country, but some words are just kind of far out there and you have no idea what they're talking about. The other thing, definitely people from rural America can kind of relate to this, but how you might see like deer at night and like the golden hour of the evening was kangaroos there. And so that definitely was a big culture shock, but really, really cool to see and kind of fun.
That's cool. So the next question is, what do you enjoy most about lifeguarding?
It's a really rewarding job. I mean, some days you're just out there hanging out on the beach, which is great all in itself, but you know, some days like duty calls and you have to do your job, and it can be really rewarding and really enjoyable to, you know, be in the community and be able to help out and give back in a way while, you know, having those days where you're just enjoying the beach. So
That's cool. So what's your best memory from Australia?
You know, I got a lot of good memories, but definitely one of the better ones, one of the things that I did while I was there, I went to the Australia Zoo. So I'm sure you're familiar with Steve Irwin, but it was like the zoo that he created, and it was a super cool experience. You know, I've been to some zoos here, but there's just something different about there. It's like a little bit of a childhood dream come true to go there and experience it and hang out there all day and, you know, see all the stuff up about the Irwins, and it was really cool. Definitely, if I went back, I would do it again. Really fun experience.
That's nice. What was your worst memory?
I don't really know if I had any bad memories necessarily, but I didn't have a car while I was there, and so there definitely were some travel issues, you know, days that it's raining and you got to go somewhere and the only way is the bus. And so, you know, you're soggy at the bus stop or long walks to the grocery store, which, you know, I mean, definitely wasn't the worst thing you could ever dream of. But, you know, I guess if that's the worst that it was, and I'm happy to say that was the worst memories.
Yeah. So it sounds like lifeguarding can be really rewarding. What do you think are the like necessary traits you have to have in this job?
So you've got to have a little bit of grit, that's for sure. Especially a lot of different lifeguard agencies kind of have their version of like you know, in the military, how they have like a hell week or something. Depending on the agency you go to, you might, like, you know, you might have a little bit of a rough time as a rookie. You might have some hard things that you have to do when you're trying out, but there's definitely a physical aspect of it, and so you have to have some physical capabilities, and you definitely you got to be willing to see some stuff. I mean, it's not every day, but I just like any kind of emergency services or emergency field, there are those days where you see some things that you've never seen before that you probably would never imagine seeing in your life, and it's not every day, fortunately, but you definitely got to be you got to be tough enough to be able to see those things and be able to move on from them, and yeah.
That's all the time we have for this special edition of Inside Swoop. Thanks to our guest, Hunter Engel. Tune in next time for more campus information. I'm Ash Anders. Thanks for joining me on Inside Swoop.